Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? It's your boy Tigmatic. We are here. We moving and booming. Listen, this is not episode 95. This is 95 with an excerpt. So I want y'all to understand what's going on. The train is still moving. As we go on to episode 96, we will be there. But this is like an in-between. So y'all already seen the ad. We've been moving and booming, you know what I'm saying? And listen, there's a lot going on. So I brought my guy with me. And my guy, he's here as well. And we are going to announce some things like only we can. You know, me, I'm a humble guy, you know, but sometimes you gotta talk a little heavy. And I don't want to talk too heavy because I'm grateful for everything that's been going on, but it's been a rough year for your boy. And we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. So as we get into it, I got my guy, Grammy nominated, Billboard charted, singer, songwriter, and arranger, Fabian James with me. What's popping, my guy?
Yo, 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 what's good?
What's good? What's good?
What's up with it, bro?
Show
Appreciate
yourself
you,
to
man.
the people, bro.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
here we go. We starting.
You
We
understand me?
starting.
For sure. What's going on, y'all? This your
What's
boy Fabian
cracking?
checking in. DDS is in the building. We stirring the pot, man. DDS is in the building, though.
What's
The Pot
cracking?
Podcast, stirring the pot. You know what it is. We in here.
Yeah, we stirring the pot, baby. Hey, man. How you doing today, good brother?
I'm blessed, King. Blessed, King. A little tired, doing a lot of running around. We, just came out of the Christmas holiday, so we're moving into the new year. But I'm tired, but it's a good tired because it's a lot of progress getting done. So I
Yeah,
had to stop.
man.
I had to slide on you for a minute, man, so we can make this big announcement.
Yeah, man. I can dig it. I definitely can dig it, man. So, this year has been a hell of a year. And like my cousin say, was dealt a hell of a hand, but I ain't having sent. Even though I am having sent, I ain't having sent, he's having sent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the year a bit. Tell the people a bit about what's booming with DDS for 2025. You know what I'm saying? As we get into it. And then we're going to talk about this announcement. Let's get into it.
For sure. Yeah, man, DDS. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, Tigmatic. He's our executive operations manager. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing big things for the squad. He doing hella things over there. Want to give a shout out to my executive vice president, P Dub Go Crazy. He in the building. He watching this as well. Love you, little bro. All the way out there from Phoenix, Arizona, stirring the pot with you. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Want to also give a shout out to the other board members as well. Alexandria B. She got a new project coming out next year. Destin 911, my little sister, my Scorpio sister. She got a new project. She dropping a bunch of singles next year. So it's gonna be crazy. Devo Luciano. Shout out to my cousin, my blood cousin. You know what I'm saying? He got his project coming out. I mean, man, Lee Ratchet the plug. You know what I'm saying? He's working. He moving and booming. You know what I'm saying? He grinding. And then last but definitely not least, Tigmatic. Your progression this year, my brother. You have been an inspiration to everybody in the squad. You've motivated us to you know what I'm saying, even though we tired, even though we slow of foot, just watching your work ethic is motivated us to take a step forward, suck it up and keep going because you've been keeping going. So this year has been, like you said, it's been ups and downs. I've taken a few losses, you've taken a few losses. We've collectively and individually taken losses, but at the end of the day, man, we here. We soldiers, man. We standing 10 toes down. We in here.
That's a fact. So let's talk about that a bit. You know what I'm saying? Losses. We definitely incurred some losses along the way. you know, and it's been a rough year. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the show to be exactly what I wanted it to be. You know, sometimes trying to do that, you got to experiment a little bit. You try to see who's the perfect fit, who fits well into what your vision is. And sometimes that doesn't always pan out. You know what I'm saying? So let's start with you first. And then I'll go into it because you already know how I am, bro. I'm long-winded. You know what I'm saying? So let's start with you first. Let's talk a bit about the things that we've incurred together as a collective and separately. So let's talk about it.
As far as like individually with DDS, and let me start off with this, and I'm not gonna turn this into a sermon, but I just want to just keep it funky for a few seconds.
Absolutely.
I'm not everybody's flavor as far as manager go. You know what I'm saying? So my style is a little bit unorthodox. I don't really, it's just certain things that I just don't do. You know what I'm saying? I operate off of loyalty, and if you rock with me, I rock with you. There's no ill feelings towards anybody that then came through DDS, because it's been quite a few artists and people with talent that's came through the doors of DDS, and it's all love with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Star Singletary. Shout out to CC Tarantina. Shout out to Anaya. Shout out to all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's off doing their things, and they're doing excellent things, and I'm praying for them, rooting for them, touch bases with them, still keeping up with them. You know what I'm saying? We rocking with them. We right here if they need it. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a fact.
I don't really necessarily consider it a loss, but it's a loss because of the fact of, you have a vision for them, and you just don't see it through. So sometimes it, it manifests that way. But luckily for me, I've had, a person that kind of stepped away from me for a little bit, and then they came back, and that's Lee Ratchet the plug. So he back DDS now. So he back squad. You know what I'm saying? He stepped away for a minute, handled some things, but now he back with us. Collectively, as far as with me and you, I'm not gonna give nobody no shine that don't deserve it. So I'm not gonna say no names, but we was pretty much dealing with an individual that was pretty much a snake oil salesman.
Yeah.
He was selling us dreams.
Right.
He was trying to put us on to something that wasn't necessarily what it was. And I've been in this business for well over 25 years, so I understand how it goes. I understand the lip service and stuff like that, so I get it. But at the same time, it's like I don't really look at things, and I contribute this to my wife, my beautiful wife, Rebecca James, that's also watching the show as well. I contributed to her to teach me that.
Shout out to the queen.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, brother. What I learned from her is it's not losses, it's lessons. So through that lesson, through that loss, me and you pulled up our bootstraps, we put our heads together, and we came up with this phenomenon that we about to get ready to announce in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So it's no matter what you do to God's children, they're always going to land on their feet.
That's a fact.
Bottom line.
That's a fact, man. Listen, and I will say, persevering through that storm was definitely a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? Because trying to get things together, trying to align myself with certain projects, that didn't pan out as well. There's been quite a few things that I've been trying to get in motion that just simply couldn't get in motion, And it's because of, like you said, we was dealing with somebody who I'll put it this way. Like you said, a snake oil salesman or slick oil salesman, or I'm going to say he was piping it up for real. You know what I'm saying? Making it seem like you're the owner when you ain't the owner. We don't do that. We don't do that here. We owners here. I just have to say it the way I say it, my friend. We don't pump fake here.
Right.
But, I think that, sometimes people think that your kindness is a weakness. And because you have a certain kindness about you, a lot of the time, people try to take advantage of your kindness. And that was the case for me. Not everyone, but this specific entity and person that you brought up. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I definitely thought it was going to be something that it wasn't, and people pump fake, try to make it seem like they the big kahuna, and they wasn't the big kahuna, come to find out, because we moving and booming out here. And anything that I say, I stand on and stand behind, because I ain't got time to fraud out here. When I was younger, maybe. When I was a young boy, oh yeah, I got this booming, I got that booming, and then you don't see nothing.
Right.
But everything I do is documented on film, and y'all can see it.
Facts.
It's here for y'all to see for a reason, because progression, the beauty of progression is that it can be documented. So because people see it, I want them to see the growth and progression. And I humbly say that because God has opened doors for me and you in ways that we never imagined. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, shout out to Jamie the Fox. You know what I'm saying? Jamie the Fox played a pivotal role and boosting my morale as a podcast host. She was very experienced. She did radio before and gave me some pointers on how to shake and move out here. So shout out to you, Queen. Thank you for the help. You know what I'm saying? And the goal, because people been asking, so I gotta tell y'all. The goal the whole time wasn't for Jamie the Fox to be my co-host. Her goal and her intention was to do exactly what she did. Step in for a second, shake a move a little bit, get it booming, and then step back. So to answer y'all questions on where's Jamie the Fox got businesses. Jamie the Fox is a boss out here. Jamie the Fox be moving and booming. So shout out to her. She came here, she went, and she doing her thing. So shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? And I thank her for everything that she's done. And I think she's a dope, talented person. And I wish her much success and many more blessings along the way. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I was saying, and this is not to discredit dude, but I will say this. You got to be who you say you are out here. Everybody that I deal with and everybody that Fabian deals with, y'all can pretty much see what it is. Like, we not sitting here playing around and just shaking with people that ain't getting that bread. They ain't about their business, and they not moving out here. I'm moving out here. I'm a business owner out here. Fabian's a business owner out here. And if you want to go look it up on Google, you'll see I'm registered with the state as well. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say God has opened the doors for us to make a lane for other artists. That's what this show represents. This is what we are about. And speaking of that, you ready, my guy?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, let's get into it. Listen, folks, I want to give another shout out before I even say the announcement. Another pivotal point to this announcement. It is going to be on one of the biggest platforms in hip hop right now. And for those that don't know, one of the biggest platforms in hip hop is This Is Hip Hop. So if y'all don't know what This Is Hip Hop is, I'm pretty sure y'all been saying it for a couple of years now anyway, or quite a few months as well on my end. But if y'all ain't acquainted, I'm pretty sure y'all been acquainted some form or shape or fashion. I'm a little tongue twisted, but because I'm trying to talk and still do what I do. But listen, shout out to Nell, shout out to Rich. This is hiphop.com. Millions of views, one of the biggest platforms in hip hop. And we are going to be working on their network. And my show will also be on that network. Folks, if you want to get moving and booming with us, listen, the train is moving. Now is the time. Podcasts, shows, radios. Speaking of which, I'm going to toss it over to my man and let him talk heavy like only he can. Let's get it.
Like I said, we were saying earlier, my brother Tig was saying, he humble. And I'll be having to tell him sometime, like, bro, like, look, him. Timothy's supposed to talk. You see what I'm saying? Timothy's supposed to talk. And we got to talk, man, because like I say, it's a lot of people out here. And again, this ain't negative. This is positive because, like I say, like my beautiful wife tells me all the time, it's not a loss, it's a lesson. But sometimes we got to sit back and talk our ish. So we gonna do that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to Nell, shout out to Rich. Exactly. Shout out to Nell, shout out to Rich over there. This is hip hop. Appreciate you brothers over there. Nell is my big brother. I can call him right now and he'll pick up the phone. What's going on, little bro? What you need? You good?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? He one of those type of dudes, and it's been so seamless, the relationship that Tigmatic has cultivated with them over there, that it's just been magic. And like I say, it's all about God's work. Me and Tig are Christian men, so we don't take credit for what's going on. We know that it's a high power that's blessing us with the opportunity that we have. But at the same time, he also blessed us with tongues and mouths for us to talk a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I know this is stirring the pot, but I'm gonna go to the pot podcast for a few seconds in this aspect. I got very emotional yesterday because I knew that today we was gonna make this announcement.
Right.
This is something huge. This is something big. And before we make this announcement, and I know everybody, y'all taking all day, y'all acting like a movie. It's got to be about the build up. But before I go into this announcement, I just want to give flowers to my brother Tigmatic, my business partner Tigmatic. My motivation that he don't even know he gives me, Tigmatic. Because what I will say is that every situation that Tigmatic has tapped into through his resources, through his shows, through his interaction with people, he's always been like, I got to bring my manager with me. There's no negotiation in that. If you want me, you got to take him. I don't care what you got him doing. He got to come with me. It can't be no. And this is the reason why I know to some people that's watching this may be like, okay, well, that's what he's supposed to do. You don't know the business. If that's how you feel, then you don't know this music business. You don't know this industry, because this industry is very cutthroat. There's a lot of people that say they rocking with somebody until there's money and resources involved, and then they don't know who you are. And there has been several situations that I can count right now that was offered to Tigmatic, and each single time he was like, okay, that's cool. Get the paperwork over here so my manager can read it. In other words, I'm not leaving him. So
that's a fact.
For a person to have that type of loyalty to someone, and me and, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people feel like me and Tig been knowing each other for years. Hasn't been that long.
That's a fact.
So again, that shows you God's work. That shows you that God placed people in your life to help you evolve and remove the people that's not going to help you evolve. Thus the individual that we were speaking of.
Yeah.
But I just got to give flowers to you, King, because your beautiful wife and kids, y'all have meant so much to me in these last few months that we've been working together and moving and booming together. And brother, I would not see myself going into this business and this announcement with anybody else other than you.
I
You know,
appreciate that,
I'm
bro.
not gonna get mushy on you because we, you know, at the end of the day,
I
we
appreciate that.
we do what we do and we did what we did. But I ain't gonna get mushy with you, so we ain't gonna do that. But at
That's
the
a
same
fact.
time, and I want this to be a message to everybody that's watching the show. Never be ashamed to give a person their credit. I don't have an ego. Ego to me means ease God out. I will never do that. So
Say
I
that
shared it.
again. Hold on. Say it again. Say it again. What ego mean?
Ego to me means ease God out. I will
Mm,
never do that. I will never do
mm.
that. So
That's powerful, brother.
I don't have no ego. So I give people credit. You see what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
same way I treat the CEO is the same person I treat that's the maintenance man. I don't treat nobody no different. And I appreciate everybody that treats me the same way as well. So for that, I gotta give credit to my man Tigmatic for this because in all honesty, this was his idea. He presented this to me. Bro, what you think about this? I think that's a good idea. I think you need to do that. I'm glad you feel that way. I want you to be my partner. That's how it came about.
That's a
Because I
fact.
know to some people that I've spoken about this behind the scenes, oh, Fabe, there you go, Fabe again. Tig knows this and he gets on my case about this sometimes because he like, you do it a little bit too much. I don't take credit for stuff I don't come up with. I'm not that type of dude. I could be because my credentials could cover up whatever it is that I'm lying about. But because of the fact that I know that I'm on a mission and I have a purpose in life, I don't want to make the big man upset about anything. So if it's not on me, I'll say it's not on me.
Yeah.
So I
And we
give
don't
credit
need to
where it's
lie
due.
out here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It goes
So,
without being said.
man. So
Yeah, man.
we getting a drum we getting a drum roll along with the stirring of the pot going. We about to make this big announcement.
You stir our drum roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present, courtesy of the Pot Podcast, Stirring the Pot, DDS, Damani Brand,
Yes,
everybody that
sir.
rocks, everybody that rocks with us, everybody that's been supportive of us that we've been doing. And I just want to give a special shout out to everybody that tunes in to the Pot Podcast and Starting the Pot every week. This
Yes, sir.
man is tireless in his efforts to bring y'all good products and bring y'all good guests and bring y'all good content every single week. And
Listen.
he also a family man, so it's not like he just sitting down, just not doing nothing. He has to be a husband, he has to be a father, he has to be a provider, along with providing his fans and his supporters with content every week.
That's a fact.
So you got to get credit where credit is due. But on that note, Tig, I know they tired of us. We are proud to introduce, and I'm giving my brother Tig a chance to come up with the logo for it because we got a
Yeah,
logo,
yeah.
we got an email
Yeah.
address, we got everything.
Good looking. You know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's why you know what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. And like I say, me and Tig have not even known each other this long, and we just had that synergy with each other. But you already know what it is. But it gives me great pleasure to announce to y'all, introducing to y'all, Tigmatic, Fabian,
Hey,
the
hey,
owners and proprietors
hey,
of
hey.
Going In Radio,
Going in
the official
radio.
radio station. We are starting
Official
a radio
radio
station, y'all.
station.
Going In Radio. Tig, if you can come
Yes,
up with the
sir.
logo, please. This is a
Oh,
beautiful
yes.
thing.
Yeah, man. I'm still trying to get it.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Just
Uh,
give me a second. I will have it for the folks. But as we
Absolutely.
going along, let's talk about going in radio. While I get it, you could tell them what's ahead for what we plan on doing right now, because
Going In
I want y'all
Radio,
to understand.
where I know that everybody, when they come out with these things, they talk about, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Like Tig said, everything that he say, he backs it up. If he's not going to back it up, he's not going to say it. If I'm not going to back it up, I'm not going to say it. We are giving a pipeline to the artists that don't necessarily have a voice to speak for themselves.
That's a
We're
fact.
offering opportunities to people that may come up with an idea to have their own podcast, to do their
That's a
own
fact.
movement and things like that. We're presenting that to them. We're looking for DJs. We're looking for radio show hosts. We're looking for podcasters. We also have an email address that we're gonna post later, a little bit later on or whatnot, for y'all to send all y'all music and y'all resumes if y'all want to apply for positions and stuff like that. We're hiring for everything that's consistent of the radio station. So in case
That's
y'all
a fact.
wondering, in case y'all wondering,
We
like,
are
okay, so what
hiring,
position?
folks. We're
We're
looking
hiring.
for program directors. Program
Absolutely.
directors. Listen, program directors. You see, I said it 3 times, folks.
Mm-hmm.
This is lead program director right here. You know, I'm host and coordinator for some shows, but we're looking for hosts, DJs, like Fabe said. We're looking for, morning shows, night shows. We're going to provide a little bit of everything. We got something coming for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we got a lot that's going to be all on the This Is Hip Hop Network. So, it's up. It's up. That's all I'm going to say. It's up. We moving and booming and it's up. You know what I'm saying? So, we need everyone to tune in. And y'all already know me, man. I was on the radio already. I was hitting y'all up on the Facebook. Y'all could tune in. Y'all was listening. And when I wasn't on, it was calls nonstop. Like, yo, Tig, why you ain't on the radio today? But sometimes Tig get burnt out and Tig don't need to be on the radio. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be on the radio every single day because I already do podcasting. You know what I'm saying? But I will be on the radio for sure. You know what I'm saying? The show will also play on the radio as well. Mm-hmm. Listen, we got a lot going on. And y'all will see me do an episode with my other partners, Nell and Rich, with This Is Hip Hop. You know, we'll be on there. All 3 of us, me, Rich, Nell, and Fabian, all 4 of us, and we'll be on talking about what This Is Hip Hop offers as well. And it's a lot. Also, I got merch coming. Merch for the pot coming. Y'all already know Tigmatic brand, is the sponsor. They moving and booming. North Shade Demore Boutique. They moving and booming. Dubby. They moving and booming. Expedia. They moving and booming. So y'all already know. Y'all been seeing it. Sponsorships and everything. Affiliates and everything. This is what we doing. And we going to continue to do that, So if y'all want to come along and put your music on, hit me up. I'm only a call away. And if you don't have my number, Facebook ring too. You know what I'm saying? Instagram ring too. If I don't know you, send a message. I'll get to know you. I'm a humble guy. I'm not a cocky guy. And I don't mind working with people as long as you are the real McCoy. I don't have a problem with that. So, I'm very thankful and I'm very happy to announce these announcements. My guy right here, he is definitely dope. He makes some plays happening. He's definitely a playmaker. You know what I mean? Grammy nominated. You know what I'm saying? And his work speak for itself. And we just gonna keep it going, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that helped along the way as well. Shout out to John Hill too. Shout out to John.
My brother.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him.
And I want to say this. I want to add this in. I'm glad you brought him up because I was actually going to bring this up like after you got done talking, because I've been getting a lot of questions about that. I know that the industry, they're used to when people separate from each other, it's beef. There's some type of hatred or some vitriol towards each other. That's not the case. That's not the case. That's not the case. That's still my little brother. I talked to him on Christmas Day. You know what I'm saying? I congratulated him when his son was born. You know what I'm saying? So there's no love lost there. I still love him. I'm still a phone call away. He's still a phone call away. We still communicate with each other. I'm just, as y'all can see, there's a lot of stuff I got going on over here. So as for me, I have to kind of focus on the things that I had going on before I jumped over there. But it's no love lost. That's still my brother. I still love him. I still rock with him. I still, you know what I'm saying, I still wear the Team John Hill merch. You know what I'm saying? I still have everything that I have. There's no beef or anything like that. Because I know a lot of the questions been asked to me. There's a lot of questions been asked to them. There's no beef at all. I want to give a shout out to my brother John Hill because, to be honest with you, you know, I've learned a lot from him in the years that I've been with him on the business side,
Hey,
and it's helped me implement it. And like I say, I give credit where credit is due. I have no choice but to do that. That man, for
man,
me to
listen.
work as close to that man as I've worked as close to him for the last few years, there's no way I couldn't have got some of that knowledge off of him. It oozes off of him, and he's always willing to teach who's ever willing to learn. So I learned a lot from him, and I'm going to implement a lot of his teachings into what it is that I'm doing going forward. And he's going to root for me every step of the way, just like I'm going to root for him. He got some big things going on over there that he's going to get into at the beginning of the year. He's his own man, so I'll let him speak on that. But again, that's my little brother. I love him
And he'll
dearly.
be
I
back
love his
on
beautiful
too.
fiance dearly, and
He'll
we're
be
gonna
back
keep
on.
going. Absolutely, absolutely. So shout out to Team John Hill, everybody that's over there in the building.
Shout out to
Ink
Team
Dog,
John
all
Hill,
of y'all.
Ink Dog, Stacy V, uh, Dan
Anthony M.
McFarland, Anthony M. And y'all showed out and was vulnerable. I thank y'all for that as well. As the year closes, listen, you know, I'm glad that you spoke on that because I also want to speak on this vulnerability. It took a lot for you to say that. You know what I'm saying? So that was vulnerability right there, right? But
Mm-hmm.
also, you know, I want to thank everybody that's been, you know, being vulnerable, sharing your stories. Shout out to Chris D. Roberts. Next season of Cobra Kai coming out. He'll be back on when the Cobra Kai season start. We
Hey,
moving and booming. Listen, it's a lot going on. Fashion, athletes, singers, musicians, more rappers, you know. And this is the precedent that, you know, I'm trying to set to where it's different in a way where it's not like everybody else's podcast. Everybody is just coming up with the same subject and just running with that same subject, which is why I don't talk about the subjects that everybody else talk about. That's going to continue as well. I'm not going to piggyback off someone else just to get the views. If it means I got to go start from the muscle and my views is low till my views get up, it is what it is. But I ain't worrying about that anyway because we about to be on one of the biggest networks in the world right now anyway.
see how
You know
God works?
what I mean? So, you know, it feels good. And I thank God for that every day because the Lord put that blessing on me. And it's also a big responsibility. It's a big responsibility to own a podcast, to own 2 other businesses, and to still own a radio station with my guy right here. So I have multiple responsibilities. And it's not just saying I own it. Like, no, like we really own it and really got to make everything work for the components to come to life. That takes time, that takes energy, that takes money. So people, I want y'all to understand that we are not doing this just to play around. We trying to make something out of this. You know, we trying to make something out of this, and we try and build for generations, not just our own, generations in music, generations in mental health, sharing with people. It's a lot that's going on here. So I thank everybody that tunes in. I thank everybody that's that even criticize. If you got something bad to say, thank you for that too. Because it'll make me go back to the drawing board and sharpen my sword. You know? So I'm thankful for that. You know, I don't look at it like, oh, they hating. Thank you for everybody that watch but don't like. That shows me something too, you know? Right. What do I need to do to get them more engaged? I don't take it as, oh, they looking, but they ain't saying nothing, they hating. They ain't gotta say nothing. You watching. That speak for itself. I don't care about that. That's the humbleness in me. I ain't got to worry about that because listen, if you worry about what somebody else is doing or what they not doing, It'll drive you insane.
Yep.
And I'm not no social media guy for real. You know, my show is on social media, but as y'all can see, I don't post my personal life on social media. And I won't. It's for a reason. You don't need to see what I'm doing for real. It's going to show and speak for itself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, it's back to you, Fed.
Like I said, again, much love and respect to you, man. And like you said, piggybacking off what you said, you know, this ain't for play. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a husband, a father, a grandfather, you know what I'm saying? And then I have 8 artists who careers I look after. You know what I'm saying? It's 8 artists all together that's up under the company. And I have a DM full of artists that want to jump down. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get even more crazy after this announcement was made. But you know what? I don't look at it as a hindrance. I look at it as a blessing because, like I say, I'm here with purpose. Tig is here with purpose. Our purpose is to help. We've learned a lot in our journey. We put a lot into this industry. We got it out the mud. We're out the trenches with it. So when he say like, you know, it don't matter how many followers I got, it don't matter how many people that like it or whatever situation it is, I'm still going to do it. That's called getting it out the mud.
That's a fact.
Because we know what the end game is going to be as long as we put the work in. We get out of life what we put into it. And because of the fact that we spend tireless hours, this man barely sleeps because he's working on what he got going on. And it ain't just the podcast and stuff like that. The situation with this is hip hop.
That's a fact.
With the Money brand. You know what I'm saying? So he got other companies that he owns that he runs. There's other things that I have mentioned as well. Shout out to 14 Days. I'm an executive of that company. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Go Crazy Entertainment. I'm an executive of that company. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to All Grown Up Entertainment. Shout out to my boy Tyrone Tizak, who has been his last 3 movies. He had placements for all of my artists on there. So shout out to him. And he's still working. And he's still reaching out. So we and he's gonna be on, you know what I'm saying, the show next year too. So we got a lot of stuff going on. And again, I want to make this clear. I want to send this disclaimer out. We're not bragging. We're blessed. So if we're bragging about anything, we're bragging about being blessed. We're bragging about being dipped in the blood of Jesus, and He's setting us in the path of us to be better men and to pass something along to these kings and queens for them to be better versions of themselves through this industry as well. So that's why we're here. So through all the snakes and devils, there are a few saints that's walking among us that's willing to tap us on the hand and say, "Come with me, I'll lead you to the right place." And you're looking at 2 of them right now.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And then elaborate more on that blood, you know what I'm saying? Dipped in the blood of Jesus is definitely what we are. And my faith is the reason why I won't stop. God sent me on a mission to infiltrate the culture in a way where it's different.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm on. You know, I'm on a path to be different, not be like everybody else, not talk like everybody else, and not do everything everybody else does. Because when you do that, you're the same.
Yep.
For some, it might be weird. That's cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. That's why I say it. Like, I'm a real dude. Like, you think it's weird? I appreciate that. But guess what? Guess what ain't going to stop? There's going to be a million people to criticize.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that's coming on this show, as y'all can see, best-selling authors, humanitarian award winners, Emmy Award recipients, Grammy-nominated people. Listen, it's a reason why we're having these conversations. Because God is trying to open a portal for something different. I'm just a vessel. I'm letting them use me.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all it's going to be. It's going to be me being that vessel, and we're going to continue to keep working and keep helping people and keep having people share their stories and be an inspiration. But the credit all go to God. It ain't me. It ain't for me. Y'all think it's for me? Then you don't know me if you think that. There's no other way I could say it. So we ain't going to hold y'all too much longer. I want to say thank everybody that's been along this journey. 5 more away to 100. And on this journey, I've learned so much. I learned a lot, y'all. I learned a whole lot. I learned a lot from this guy right here. And Fabe, I want to say this. Man. I want to say thank you personally for believing in me, for trusting me, for knowing how I move and understanding how I move. Because throughout my journey, like you know, and I've told you this, I had a lot of people snake me out. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. A lot of people snake me out, but you have been solid, 10 toes down. You push the brand. You do what you need to do. You be in rooms talking to them big execs about me, and they watching. And I appreciate that. And listen, man, that motivates me a lot, man. You have no idea, bro. Like, it motivates me in a way where I'm like, yo, oh yeah, like when you told me that person you was talking to about me, they wanted what they wanted, but to know that you literally got in that room and was talking to him like, oh yeah, whoop, 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 whoop. Listen, and I know it to be true because then I turned around and looked on the joint and seen he was looking. Social media tell you who's looking. So for everybody that be watching, I know who be watching and who ain't saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Glasses Malone too.
Yeah, my man.
Shout out to Glasses Malone.
But we gonna keep that on the hush hush right now, bro. We ain't gonna. Yeah. It's something that it's stirring the pot with it, but it's something that. But we'll say that for later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I want to say thank you for that, man, because that means a lot to me.
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, we're both Christians, but at the same time, we come from similar backgrounds. So let me say this: dope sell itself.
Right.
So yeah, I do speak up for everybody that rocks with DDS. But at the same time, all they got to do is just watch. All they got to do is just listen. That's all they need to do. So again, I don't really take no credit for that. If like you said, brother, you said it eloquently. A vessel. That's what I consider myself to be. I'm a vessel as well. So we're vessels. So I want to see good people win. That's my mission. You a good man. You a Christian man. You a solid dude. We've had a lot of deep conversations. We've had multitude of conversations. Like I say, you motivate me in ways you will never know. Ask my wife. I talk to my wife about all of y'all and how y'all motivate me in different ways. Because just like you said, you know what I'm saying, you trusted me and I trusted you. The feeling is mutual on both sides. So like I say, you've been dead wrong in this industry. So have I 1,000 times. But why is it that we won't stop? Because that's not the purpose. You got to take losses. Losses is lesson. And I learn every single day. And like we both said, this year hasn't necessarily been, we're not necessarily going to hang up a championship banner at the end of the year. But guess what? In 2025, though.
The end of the year in a championship banner. But we just put on the ring soon as that January 1st hit. You know what I'm saying?
You understand me?
Listen, I'm thankful. I'm thankful because it is the beginning of new relationships in business. It is, the ink is dry. I'm going to say that, you know what I'm saying, on one part, and then we about to have the ink dry on another.
Mm-hmm.
So, listen, closing deals, bigger meals, on the way to eating, you know, I'm thankful for that. You know, hard work always perseveres. Remember that, folks. And don't let nobody tell you you can't do different.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be different or do different. Because, listen, every lane ain't meant to be the same. So stop thinking you got to do what everybody else doing. Be yourself. That's going to help you get far. Be yourself.
For real.
You know? And yeah, man, like I said, this is awesome. Going in radio. I'm gonna throw the logo up for y'all one more time so y'all can see it. You know, even things like this, I be working, man. And all right. I don't know what's going on here. That's the background. So let me get it right for the overlay. All right. But yeah, man, it's something that's definitely appreciated. I hope y'all like the logo. Nice little silhouette.
Speaks for itself. It speaks for itself.
And that's, yeah, it speaks for itself. Those in the booth. This for those that be in the booth. The radio station is for the booth lovers. You know what I'm saying? It's strictly for the booth lovers that put in that work, that are dedicated to their craft, and they be going in.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the whole DDS. Shout out to BCMG. For those that don't know, that's my imprint, Big City Music Group. You know what I'm saying?
I'm an executive over there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, like a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's moving and booming with us. You know what I'm saying? We working, you know, and we're going to keep moving, you know? So I hope y'all are excited for the new year. I'm thankful for the new year. I'm thankful that God has seen us through. And we're not here yet because we got a few days. But like I said, shout out to This Is Hip Hop. Shout out to Nell, Uncle Nell. For those that watch the show, y'all know. Shout out to Rich. You know. Shout out to Fabian. And it's your boy. And we here.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Going in radio.
So, going in radio, baby. Stirring the pot podcast. If y'all want y'all shows on here, inbox me. Everybody on Facebook, y'all got shows, inbox. You know, whether it be audio or video. Because going in radio ain't just radio. We gonna be visual too. And that's the move. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start inkling by inkling. But you know, the best way to do radio now, y'all know, is through social media and live on the radio at the same time. So it's gonna be visual. And we're gonna set it up for people to have a lane for themselves. And those are things that'll be required from them that they need to get in order to do that as well. And there's a fee as well. But guess what? We ain't knocking y'all over the head.
We'll work with y'all.
Affordable. Feasible. You know? We're going to make it so that everybody can eat and everybody can do what they need to do. You know? So, yeah, we're going to keep it moving and booming like that. And we out.
I want to add this in real quick, bro. Inbox either Tigmatic or myself, which is perfectly fine. But also, our official email address is goinginradio365@gmail.com. You can send us all the information that you need from us if you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that. Like I say, you can still inbox myself or Tig, you know, if you want some quick questions and stuff like that. But if you have anything to send over to us for us to look over, and you know, saying whether it be resumes and applications for the openings and stuff like that, goinginradio365@gmail.com. So remember that. And we're also going to post it on our social media anyway, but I just want to say that to y'all that's watch the video so y'all can jot that down real quick. Show us some love, man. Send us a shout out, man. We here. We here. We'll work with anybody. Like, don't try to lowball us, but at the same time, we're willing to work with anybody. We'll make it work for you. So just holler at us. Just talk to us.
That's right. And I'm about to put it up here for y'all so y'all can see it.
Yes, sir.
you know, and that's what we need. You know, we need people that's willing to work. You know, y'all want to get it popping. Y'all want to get it moving and booming. Listen, y'all already know what to do. Go on there and radio. Well, actually, let me get it right. Let me get it right for y'all. Let me get it right. Here we go. Here we are. Boom. And now we got it right. That's better.
Yes, sir.
So listen, we moving and booming, folks. Actually, it's still not right.
Again, while my brother taking care of that, we want to thank everybody that tuned into the show. To be honest with you, me and Tig wasn't really planning on being on this long tonight, but you know, when God's working, we just have to listen. So it was a lot of things that needed to be said. Again, I don't want nobody to take anything that we said in this this episode or this special announcement. I don't want nobody to take it personal because we don't have no ill feelings towards anybody. You know, like I say, we don't look at it as losses. We look at it as lessons. So everybody that kind of came and went through this journey that me and Tig has been on, we're very appreciative of the time that you gave us. We're rooting for you. We're praying for you like we pray for everybody else. I pray for my enemies as well as my friends. So I don't wish nothing bad on anybody. So we're over here doing what we're doing. We're solidified in our situation. We're solidified in our stance in this industry. And you know what I'm saying? We're just praying and hoping that all of y'all continue to do what it is y'all want to do. And piggybacking off my brother yet again, never let nobody tell you no. If you have a dream, if you have an ambition, go for it. It's going to be hard. There's going to be a lot of dark days. It's going to be a lot of, you know what I'm saying, sleepless nights. But you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. You get out of it what you put into it. It's real simple. This going in radio thing is not just something that we just talking about and we just doing it. Like you said, it's a lot of resources. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of reaching out to people. It's a lot of sponsorships. There's a lot that's going to go into this type of stuff. And in all honesty, me and Tig is adding things on our plate that there's really no space for. But you know what? Because we're those type of people that want to do what we possibly can for the man to the right of us and to the woman to the left of us, we're going to add this on our plate. We're going to find a spot for it, and we're going to make it happen.
I'm all for helping everybody. Y'all know Absolutely. That about me. I've been like this for 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
Having my own studio, bringing people in the booth. And I started in the basement. So for those that really know me, I started in a hole in the hut. You know what I'm saying? Like to keep it all the way a thou wow. You know, started in the basement with the bed there and the toilet right next to it. So that's how hood it was for me. You know what I'm saying? Dedication though.
Man.
Dedication though, you know, and I'm thankful to keep elevating as the years go by. And I'm just thankful to God for that because without him, none of it would be possible. And I claim that in the name of Jesus, this will be successful as well. And we'll continue to help others along our journey. So with that being said, it wound up being an hour, even though we wasn't trying to do an hour.
Right.
You know, I want to say thank y'all. And I want to say, get ready for what we about to do out this joint, because we moving and booming.
We moving and booming, baby. Let's get it.
Everybody go tapping with the pop.
Y'all tune into the Pop Podcast. And guess what? There's an episode of
and you are tuned into the Pop Podcast.
With the Pop Podcast with my boy Tigmatic. You hear me? It's going down. Podcast with Tigmatic.
That's that number one.
That's that number one.